Scottie, how would you assess your round today?
I got to a good start. I made some really nice putts to start the day. I wasn't really hitting it that good. I just made some really good putts. And then I started struggling a little bit there. Hung in there pretty good. I just couldn't really get anything going. I had a silly lost ball on, I think it was 15. It was one I felt like I should have found, and we didn't find it. And then, other than that, overall, I'm not too displeased. I wish I would have, kept it rolling this morning, but under par is never a terrible score.
I didn't see where you hit it on 15, but did you feel like you should have found it? And
yeah, we found it, but we talked about it. We thought it was after 3 minutes, so. Yeah, it was. I hit it my second shot. It was just short left of the green, probably 30 yards short from the front edge. I had like 75 pin, and then we couldn't figure it out. They didn't have data or shot link data or anything, and so I went with those over 3 minutes and just move on.
How are the conditions out there? The wind was kind of...
Yeah, it was whipping out there. I thought we were going to get a little bit of an advantage going out early, but it was whipping from the start. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the afternoon. The course is in really good shape still. It was a little softer than we'd hoped, but overall it was in really good shape.
A lot of crosswinds out there, not a lot of holes downwind or into the wind?
Yeah, there's only really... I'm trying to think. I can remember hitting only a couple shots straight downwind. I can't remember hitting one straight downwind off the top of my head. I can't remember one that we played straight in. It was always a little something else other than straight in. So, yeah, a lot of crosswinds. I think it's a tougher driving course than I imagined it would be, just because I heard it was on a landfill, and the only other landfill course I know is Trinity Forest, and there's not a tree on it, so I didn't expect this much stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean to diss Trinity. It's a great golf course. There's just no trees.
Scottie, I know you probably don't want to talk about the Ryder Cup, but seeing how you're in the conversation, was that something that you thought about growing up? You thought about a lot of things, winning majors. Where did the Ryder Cup rank?
Yeah, the Ryder Cup's probably up there with the majors for me. I always love representing our country. Every time there's a team match on, I watch. I watched the Walker Cup this year. It's amateur golf. I love watching our team golf, and that would be a dream come true for me to play on the Ryder Cup team. I have no clue where I stand. I know I'm 14th in the rankings, so if you look at that, I'm probably just on the outside looking in right now, but I feel like I got a good chance to make the team, and yeah.
Are you the kind of player who sets goals for yourself? Like, will you have right now, and do you have a series of goals in mind between now and the end of the year?
Not really. So I try and stay pretty much in the moment. It's never really hard for me. I'll say it again. It's hard for me when I start setting goals because I look too much into the future. Personally, I'm more of a procrastinator, and so for me, if I'm always trying to prepare as hard as I can, then it keeps things simple for me. And so for me, simpler thoughts, keeping things simple in what I'm working on, and not looking too far into the future has been really good for my career. I have dreams and that kind of stuff, and that's totally separate. So, like, I dreamed of playing on the PGA Tour, I dreamed of winning out here, I dreamed of doing all the stuff that you want to do, but I don't sit down and write down goals. It's always in the back of my head. I just never really put it on paper.
And then, following on what Rex asked, have you had any communication, even if text message or anything, with Stricker in the past month or so?
Yeah, they've asked us all a couple questions, but I think he sends out the stuff to like the top 20, 25 guys on the list.
Group kind of stuff?
Yeah. I think maybe he texted me nice playing or keep it up or something like that a few weeks ago. We played together at the PGA this year, but other than that, I haven't spent too much time around him. I've spent time around, I think, the other guys that are helping him out, so we'll see. I'm not in control of those picks. All I can do is just try and go out and play good golf, and I'm sure if I won the next 2 tournaments in the FedEx Cup, I'd probably be on the team. So I'm in a position where I can do that.
Scottie, do you feel like winning is a prerequisite to making the team?
I don't know. Steve Stricker's the captain. He's, 52 years old or something like that?
53.
Those guys, huh?
53.
53. I'll underestimate. We'll go 52. And those guys make the decisions. Those guys are the ones. He's the captain of the team, and whatever he thinks goes. And so if I'm 10th in the standings going into the Ryder Cup and he doesn't pick me, it's more power to him. It's wherever I'm sitting, I'm fine with whatever he decides to do. He's the captain of the team, and he's in control.
You don't feel like added pressure to win these next 2 weeks?
No, I said if it would certainly help if I win. There's definitely no added pressure. It's all the pressure I put on myself, and I want to win as bad as anybody. The Ryder Cup doesn't make a difference on how bad I want to win a golf tournament out here. So that's where I stand on that.
You don't strike me as a big self-promoting kind of a guy, but if there was such a thing as an interview to be on the Ryder Cup team, how would you sell yourself?
It's funny. We filled out some stuff kind of like that. It was like, what are you good at? What are you bad at? Just, I think so we can get a feel for all the guys. I'm not going to tell you what I wrote down. He promised me no one else would see it, so it's between us. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm a good player. I feel like I would help the team. And other than that, like I said before, it's really up to those guys. It's not up to me.
Do you think, I mean, if anyone filled out that form and they were asked, what are you bad at, what would they possibly put down? No one talks about what they're bad at, do they?
Care too much.
Yeah, what is that? I care too much? I try too hard? No, it's a simple question. He didn't ask, what are you bad at? He said, what are you trying to improve on? And if you ask me what I want to improve on, I can sit here for 30 minutes and talk with you about how I'm trying to improve my game. And that's why I don't set long-term goals. I have the stuff that I know that I need to get better at in order to be where I want to be, and that's that.
Is that questionnaire just physical stuff, or did it get into mental, anything at all? Was it just strengths, weaknesses of the game?
I don't know if I want to give up our secrets. I feel like I said too much already.
You don't know his age, so that's...
Yeah, he's 52 though. He hasn't turned 53 yet. No, it's just, I think it's just kind of a get to know you type deal. That's how I'd best describe it.
Favorite color?
Huh? Yeah, favorite movie, all that fun stuff. It's like a first date.
Are you a better match play player than stroke play?
I mean, if you wanted to look at statistics, I played one match play tournament and I finished second, and my average in stroke play is significantly worse than that. So maybe so.
But even going back to junior.
Personally, I like the simplicity of match play. If we're going to go out and play, it's me versus you, and all you got to do is beat you. I kind of enjoy that part. I feel like in stroke play, it's a little different. You're competing against 100, whatever, this week 124 guys. There's a lot more going on. And in match play, it's simple. It's me versus you, and I want to beat you, and that's it.
What was your, Scottie, not knowing a lot about amateur golf, what was your criteria for making the Walker Cup team? Why did you get picked? What had you done that year?
So I felt like for me it was a long journey. So the Walker Cup, I felt like I had a chance of making it the year I won the junior, but I think what hurt me then was I played too much junior golf. If you looked at the world rankings or whatever it was, I was pretty high up there and felt like I was in a position where I should have been put on the team, but I wasn't. And then I think that was 2013. And then in 2015, I was an alternate for the team. And then in 2017, I was low am at the U.S. Open, and I felt like Happy Gilmore. I was like, they can't dog me this year. And I was fortunate enough to get picked, and it was a great experience. Had a great time. We beat them up pretty good, which was a lot of fun. And for me, it was more of a journey. I'm hoping the Ryder Cup is a little bit quicker.
Yeah. And back to this just for a minute. What are you noticing different about this whole playoff system this year than last time?
So,
which was new to you last time, I guess.
Last year, my expectations, I would say, were not as high. I try not to put those on myself, but for me, I'd never played at East. I hadn't been in the playoffs before. It was all new, and this year, having the experience of last year, last year I finished, I think, fourth at the first event, and going into that event, I feel like if I finished fourth, it would have skyrocketed me up, but it only really moved me up 3 or 4 spots on the list, and then I think I went into the playoffs at maybe 21, and I finished at 17 going into Eastlake, and then Dustin beat us by 10 shots in Boston, and then I got, I'm giving him 8 shots at Eastlake, which was challenging. I played pretty good. I still didn't sniff him. I think I finished maybe second in the 4-day stroke, which is decent, and I wasn't close to winning. So this year, I'm really trying to do my best to capitalize when I'm playing really well.
You shot 59 and finished fourth.
Yeah.
Tell people that.
Well, the other 3 rounds weren't so good, but the 59 was pretty nice. All right, perfect. Thank you all.